All right. Good evening, everyone. Thanks you for dialing in for tonight's IPO webinar. Here we have JS Solar Holding Berhad will be listed on ACE market on 23rd of September. JS Solar Holding Berhad are principally involved in the provision of engineering, procurement, construction, and commissioning EPCC services and contracting services for solar PV system. Later on, our JS Solar management team will discuss it in detail. Here we're going to honor the company managing director Johnson Tsai. Hi, Johnson. You are on mute.
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Good evening. And our CFO, Jessie Yi. Hi, Jessie.
Hi, everyone.
Okay, all right. Let us review for the corporate video before run through the presentation. Thank you.
From the dawn of time, our enduring sun has graced its solar energy upon the earth. At JS Solar, we give that energy new purpose, illuminating the path to a sustainable future. Founded in 2018, JS Solar has been working towards harnessing solar energy, empowering homes, businesses, and industries with clean, renewable energy solutions. At JS Solar, we deliver high-quality solar solutions, covering everything from consultancy, engineering, procurement, construction, commissioning, and maintenance.
When we started JS Solar, it's more than just building a business. It was about building a future. We have seen families reduce their energy bill, businesses become more sustainable, and entire communities thrive because of green energy. That's why we do what we do. We want to deliver solar energy solutions that provide long-term values to our clients.
Named after our founder, JS Solar represents Mr. Johnson's lifelong commitment to delivering reliable and innovative, sustainable energy solutions. From engineers to project managers, every team member is driven by a shared commitment to real change, making clean energy accessible to all. Driven by our visionary leadership, JS Solar has expanded across residential, commercial, and industrial sectors throughout Malaysia in less than a decade, bringing the power of the sun to millions. To date, we have successfully delivered over 100 megawatts of power to the commercial and industrial sectors, and more than 300 megawatts to the solar farm sector. At JS Solar, we take pride in our after-sales service. Our experts monitor systems daily, ensuring optimal performance of the solar PV systems. Clients can track their energy output through a mobile app and receive monthly reports. If an issue arises, our team promptly responds with site inspections and solutions. This established our commitment to the optimal energy generation. Backed by a strong track record and industry accreditations such as CIDB Malaysia, NGTC, SEDA Malaysia, MOF, Energy Commission Malaysia, and many more. Certified by the International Quality Standard, JS Solar has laid the foundation as a trusted partner in renewable energy. We go beyond providing solar solutions. We forge lasting partnerships to drive progress. JS Solar.
All right. Thank you for the corporate video. Without further ado, we'll start the presentation. Over to you, Johnson.
Good evening, everyone. So, my presentation will be covered for my presentation will cover for business overview. Key investment highlight, business strategy and future plans, financial highlight, IPO details, and key summary. For business overview, JS Solar started since 2018. At the same year, we have registered as a G7 contractor, and we have registered as a Class C electrical contractor. And 2020, we have registered a strategic partner with a system installer vendor of G-Spark, a subsidiary of the Naga National Berhad. In 2022, we have registered a company providing a green technology services, and we have upgraded the electrical contractor from Class C to Class A. So, in the same year, we also received the SME 100 as recognized as a fast-moving company, and also the Sinchu Business Excellence Award in 2022. So, as a business service excellence. So, in 2023, we have collaborated with No Distribution and Huawei Technology Malaysia to deploy a battery energy storage system. And JS Solar has provide the engineering, procurement, construction, and commissioning. So at the same year, we have received the Golden Boot Award as an outstanding SME and certified by Malaysian Green Technology and Climate, MGTC. And in 2024, so we have secured an EPCC service contract for the 50 megawatt utility scale solar PV system project in Kulim Hatep Park. Contract value of 98 million. So key senior management, myself, as a managing director, I have 16 years of renewable energy industry. And my colleague, Mr. Lim Jun Ming, as a CTO, Chief Technical Officer, and Yi Chai Yin, Chief Financial Officer, and Lee Pek Fang. So the group services, we are covered for EPCC services, contracting services, and O&M services. So for EPCC services, we are providing comprehensive services required for the installation of the solar PV system as a main contractor. And for contracting services, we are providing selected services required for the installation of the solar PV system as a subcontractor. And for O&M services, we are providing operation and maintenance services for the solar PV system. For EPCC services, we are cover several of segments like building, commercial building, residential buildings, industrial, public, and BESS. So for contracting services, we are provide the selected service required for the installation of solar PV system as a subcontractor. Mainly, we are participating in the utility scale solar PV system, like 10 megawatt in Koping Perak, 100 megawatt in Marang Terengganu, and also 5.9 megawatt in Tower Sabah. So for O&M services, we are providing operation and maintenance services for solar PV system. For residential customer, we are provide 1 to 3 years, and C&I customer, we are provide 1 to 7 years. So cumulative install capacity as 31st of July 2025, total capacity we have installed with 376 megawatt. So 71.8% contribute from the utility scale with 270 megawatt, and followed by 27.8% for C&I rooftop, and also residential with 2.4%. Cumulative install capacity as 31st of July 2025. So the most we participate in Terengganu, 101.9 megawatt, and followed by Pahang, 72 megawatt, and Selangor, 39.6 megawatt. Key investment highlight. So our order book and revenue as 31st of July 2025. So the group has 97 ongoing projects with a total contract value of 179.7 million, out of which 35% million is unrecognized. For 39% million, so 37.2 million will be realized in 2026, and 1.4 million in 2027, and also 1.1 in 2028. So ongoing major projects. So our customer mainly is coming from G-Spark, and followed by New Renewable, and also the others, Panasonic, like Panasonic and ATB. So, and we have established a working relationship with G-Spark as a strategy partner, because G-Spark is the rooftop solar arm of TMB. They have a strong alignment with the national renewable energy goal, and we have get the repeated engagement with them in order to increase the scale and project value. So in terms of credibility and trust, we have proven execution track record with the G-Spark. So for G-Spark contribution to JS Solar revenue for 2023 with 68%, and 2024 with 72.5%, and 2025 30.7%. So we also experienced in the battery energy storage system. So in 2025, we have one project, completed one project with 2 MWh BSS, and collaborate with Huawei and New Distribution. So the objective is to demonstrate the BSS capability to mitigate the solar intermittency and shift the solar output to peak demand hours. So JS Solar serves as a main contractor, provide the EPCC services for the BSS project in Gulim Hardtech Park. So this will enhance the group knowledge and capability, as well as provide the group with a valuable experience in integrating BSS into its services offering in the future. So these are the favorable government policy like CGPP, NEM, CRES, and also LSS, and so on. For business strategy and future plan, so we will relocate to a new office with a larger build-up area of 14,500 square feet. So the relocation is intended to support the growth anticipated business expansion, including the following headcount increases with 21 technical personnel in design and technical, and also 3 person O&M person for the O&M department. So the operation at the new office is targeted to commence by the fourth quarter of the 2025. So we also will strengthening the group presence in Malaysia to establish a sales and support office in Muar and also Kota Kinabalu, Sabah. So expanding the group market share in the industry. So under the National Energy Transition Roadmap, so in 2025, estimated there are 6 gigawatt installed capacity. So meanwhile, 56 gigawatt in 2050. So from here, you can see that it's almost 9 times higher for the market share. So the group need to ensure is enough working capital to support and increase the volume and scale of the project. So strategic position to capitalize on the opportunity in BSS. So for BSS is very critical to Malaysia energy transition right now. This enabling the renewable energy integration and enhance the grid stability. So in August 2023, the group collaborated with Huawei and New Distribution for 2 MWh project in Gulim Hardtech Park. So the project is demonstrate the BSS capabilities and mitigating the solar intermittency and peak shaving. So with this experience, the group is well positioned to pursue future BSS opportunity and introduce the group solution to existing and new customer. So the project has been successfully completed in April 2025. So for financial highlight, I leave it to Jessie to present.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson. I'll bring you through for the next few slides. So let's look at our revenue and profitability analysis. For the past 3 recent financial year, we managed to achieve double-digit growth, which is from 70.3 million in financial year 2023 to 140.4 million and to 186.5 million. Our GP margin also improved gradually from 9.8% to 10.9% and to 12.6%. Our 2-year compound annual growth is at 62.9%. In tandem with the growth in our revenue, our profit after tax also increased from 1 million to 6.4 million and to 8 million. This is our financial position. With the increase of revenue, that contributed to an increase of our total equity from 2.4 million to 9.6 million and to 17.6 million in the recent financial year. So that resulted to improve in our gearing ratio from 2.7 to 1.6 and to 1.2. And we managed to maintain a positive net operating cash flow for the past 3 financial years. Next will be on IPO details. We'll be listed on ACE Market, 31 cents per share, 100.8 million market cap upon listing. That is 12.6 times PE multiple based on our financial year 2025 profit after tax. We are Sharia compliant. Our enlarged number of issued shares upon listing is 325 million of shares, in which 24% will be issued under public issue and 6% will be under offer for sale. Total proceeds from our IPO is 24.2 million. The utilization will be as such, which is 12.7 million will be used to repay bank borrowings. 1.5 million is for business expansion and marketing activities. 2.5 million for working capital. 3.2 million for regulatory fees and renovation costs for new office. And 4.2 million is the estimated listing expenses. This is our post-IPO corporate structure. We have 2 wholly owned subsidiaries, which is JS Solar Sdn Berhad and Twilight Solar Energy Sdn Berhad. Our listing company is JS Solar Holding Bhd, in which 70% is still retained by our promoters and substantial shareholders, and 30% will be distributed publicly. These are important dates. On 28 August, we issued our prospectus, and that's the opening of application. 9 September, which is tomorrow, is our closing of application. 11 September will be balloting of application. 19 September is the allotment of IPO shares to successful applicants or transfer of offer shares. And finally, 23rd September is the listing on ACE Market of Bursa Malaysia. Okay. This is the key summary for this evening. We have proven track record in delivering solar PV system project with a cumulative capacity of 376.3 mega across residential and commercial industrial properties, utility sales, including floating solar and also BESS. We have established working relationship with G-Spark and involvement in the national solar PV system rollout. We achieved strong growth momentum with increasing revenue and profitability over the last 3 financial years. Our IPO is to catalyze growth, fund expansion plans, which includes new offices, workforce growth, and increased market presence in Johor and Sabah. And as at 31st July 2025, we have 97 ongoing projects with a total contract value of 179.7 million, out of which 35.7 million is still outstanding. That's all. Thank you. Back to you, Shagin.
Okay, thanks Johnson and Jessie for the presentation just now for us to understand more about JS Solar Holding Berhad. All right, are you all get ready for the Q&A section? Yep. Okay. The first question is, how do you differentiate yourself, JS Solar Holding Berhad, from competitor in the solar EPCC industry market? Maybe you can compare in Malaysia industry.
Okay, so I would say, yeah, what is our difference is, of course, we understand that in the market, there's almost more than 250 company EPCC in the markets, in Malaysia market. So compared to others, what is our difference is, I would say the first strength is, we are, the first is we have a very good, establish a very good relation with the G-Spark. So as a subsidiary of the TNB, because of, this is our first strength, because of first TNB have a, they have a very high standard of qualification. So and one more thing is we also not their exclusive, so-called exclusive service provider, because of they have many. So, and one more thing is we have got, you can see the revenue we have got a lot of project from G-Spark. So this is showing that our capability is there, and because we have a proven track record, we have delivered the project on time, and so on. So this is showing that we are more
we are very competent. So even so among those EPCC company in tendering, whatever, so we also can get the award project. So this is our first strength. So compared to them, we are more, how to say, I mean, of course, our requirement is more higher lah. So secondly is, as I mentioned just now, because of the BSS project, we are considered a pilot. In what I present just now, we have completed the project in 2 MWh in Gudai High Tech Park. So this also will bring us, we are very well positioned. So, and we have enhanced our experience and the capability as well. So which too can target for our future market, which is the BSS market. Yeah. So I would say the rest like market like LSS, like solar farm, large scale, rooftop, I would say is almost the same lah. So which is compete each other. What is different compared to other is, yes, we are the how to say partnership strategy partner with G-Spark. So secondly, we have done the first pilot project in BSS. We gain the most experience and capabilities, which can develop the get the most well positioned ourselves lah to get the opportunity in the future. Yeah.
Okay. How about the pricing?
Okay. Pricing, you mean sorry,
Pricing for which?
pricing for what?
There is a question like similar just now we discussed, and then they're asking, is this about pricing that your competitive advantages compared with your peers?
Oh, so okay. Of course, pricing we must have always offering the competitive pricing. So besides that, I mean, besides the pricing, of course, I mean, during the tender, the customer also not only looking for pricing lah. So first you have to look for the technical compliance, you know, technical compliance you must meet, and also those the qualification lah. So we must also some certain qualification, then only you can meet the standard. So I would say not only pricing, I would say pricing we are competitive. So besides that, yeah, we also provide the value added, you know, value added. I would say we are more on like develop a strategic partnership rather than we go for one by one the customer just to, I mean, after finish touch and go. So rather than I want to develop a like strategy partner with TNB, like strong customer. So we develop a long-term relationship kind of, yeah.
So actually that actually lead to the next question, which is recurring revenue. Of course, recurring revenue is based on recurring projects. Yeah, a sustainable project flow that is from the same customer.
About return back to just now the question for the peers comparison, and just now you also mentioned your good relationship with TNB, but you get the many of the project from, and there's question that asking them why GP and net profit margin is lower than your peers.
Yes, okay, you're right. So very good question. So I would say yes, because TNB in their project pipeline, they have a lot of project that's huge. So basically for TN project, our profit margin is getting lower. I mean, compared to the market customer lah. So why? Because first thing I consider TNB have the volume. Consider there's a lot of volume. So secondly, TNB will say is the good pay master lah. They are very good pay master. So I mean, of course, in terms of project profit wise, actually compared to others, TNB is slightly lower. So because they also need to involve for tendering and so on. So but compared to outside project, so I would say the profit is slightly higher now. But nevertheless, so we treat how to say we focus like TNB as our main baseline, our baseline to is a good customer. We need to maintain. But nevertheless, we also will diversify to other customer base, like outside the public customer, rooftop or whatever. So I mean, the TNB is not only our only focus. So I would say at the same time, we maintain the good relationship with TNB. At the same time, we also have chance to diversify to other areas as well, other customer base as well. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, this is asking about the tender value. We would like to share your tender value and your historical successful rate.
Okay, so tender. Okay, I would say this year we have more than 500 million, 500 million tenderable. So which is active and we are followed closely based on the historical success rate with about 10%.
Successful rate 10%.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Wait. Okay. On an annual basis, what is the total tender value you typically bid for?
Sorry, again your question.
On an annual basis, what is
Mm.
the total tender value do you typically bid for? I think it's asking how big is the tender value? Yeah. You participate.
Okay, maybe I repeat. Okay, out of the 500 million for this year, with active year tendering, so I would say 80% is coming from utility lah. It's about 20% from the rooftop C&I. So for the 80% from 500 million, basically we have about several LSS project lah, farm project we are in tendering now. So and 20% for rooftop lah.
Okay, thank you for the breakdown.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, asking for your IPO process. More than 50% of IPO process will allocate to the bank loan repayment. Okay, would you like to explain why is this?
Yeah, leave it to Jesse. I think he answered many times already. This one.
Okay, thank you for that question.
Yeah.
Actually, the more than 50% used to repay bank loan repayments is not actually bank loan repayments. If we're to recall what Mr. Johnson had presented just now on our business plans and our future expansions, the very first one is the relocation to our new office. Right? Yeah, so that is actually included in the repayment of bank borrowings. In fact, out of the 12 million, 11 million is to purchase the new office. Yeah, because the IPO take longer time to process. So we have already executed the purchase. So hence, it's actually now it's in bank borrowings.
Okay. Also, lower your net gearing, right? The ratio.
Yes.
Yes,
Lower down the gearing,
yeah.
yes.
Once we repaid our gearing, it will be from 1.2 to 0.5.
Oh,
So that actually allow us to have capacity to get more bank facilities.
okay. This is another question also quite similar. Given that only 10% of IPO process will allocate for your working capital, well, there's significant portion allocated to loan repayment of renovation, like just now what JC mentioned. Why did the company still proceed with the listing?
Why did the company still proceed with the listing given only 10% proceed? Okay, main thing because one of it, I think from the key summary, if you remember, our IPO is to catalyze growth. So relocation is one thing that is actually to move to a more strategic location to attract talent, because anyhow, talent is always one of our important resources for us to grow our business. Okay, and to get listed, actually, it enable us to participate in bigger projects, because certain large projects only allow listed company to participate, for instance. So yeah, not so much on the working capital from the proceed that we will use, but it's more for longer term, longer prospect growth. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, the next question asking about your Sabah. Could you outline your solar strategy in Sabah? Will the upcoming pipeline be driven more by government project or private residential?
Oh, for Sabah, okay. So recent announcement from the Sabah is there are two schemes. One is the LSS. There is one LSS1, LSS2, and also the self-construction Sabah as well. So I would say Sabah is active. So I think it's more than 300 megawatt market share in Sabah right now. Yeah.
Okay, 300 megawatt. Okay, in Sabah lah. Okay. Right. Okay. Oh, okay. Do you operate primarily as a main contractor or subcontractor? Is the work typically contract based?
You operate primarily. Okay. This the typical contract base. What does it mean?
We started with subcontractor, but now we take a full turnkey project, which is the full EPCC contract. And yes, our projects are all contract based. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, they're asking about your BESS. What is the current utilization rate of your BESS? And are there more installation opportunity available or they are still in progress? Would you like to share?
Yeah, I would say currently, because what we just now mentioned just now is we have just completed 2 MWh for our pilot project. So actually right now we have proposed to several customers. So for this kind of battery storage solution. So because the recent tariff, I think the recent revised tariff from TNB. So basically you can the tariff actually is not much of increase of the tariff lah. So basically you can see actually the revised tariff from TNB is mainly focusing on the maximum demand. So which is kind of like the penalties of the you pulling the power from the TNB. So I would say this battery energy storage is playing a very important role to minimize this kind of maximum demand. Because why? From the change, the increase is from 37 ringgit per kilowatt hour to 98 ringgit kilowatt hour. So I think almost 260%. So I would say BSS will become to the pace that to reduce the charges in this area lah. So I would say it's very important for now for the battery here. So I think we have several proposal. I mean, it's in progress lah, I would say. Yeah. Okay. One more thing I need to add that besides that, anyhow, since after the 2026 January, so government the latest policy also the ST guideline also mentioned that with install certain capacity of the solar PV, you must attach with the battery as well. So I would say just a matter of time. Next year, beginning of next year, the battery must in already.
Okay, just now you mentioned certain of the solar PV, like, do you know how
Okay,
much for the
more
megawatt?
than as per ST guideline, I think from started by January 2026, more than 72 kilowatt peak. So then you have you need to install the battery storage system.
Okay, got it.
I would say it's almost all lah. Yeah, almost the medium size or large scale is you need a battery as well.
Okay, there is much more room to grow in the future for the BSS.
Okay. Because now I think our business is not only for like solar PV for C&I rooftop and large scale solar farm. Not only that, so now we have one more additional business with the battery. Like now we are doing like three categories of business line: PV and solar farm, and also the battery as well. Yeah.
Quite good. Okay. For the latest LSS 5 Plus announcement, do you see any opportunity to participate in EPCC contract?
Yes, I would say because the LSS 5 Plus, they haven't get the official announcement now. I would say certain customer they haven't get the official announcement. So of course, in this program, we did working together with certain company lah. I would say we got participate on this program. Yeah.
Okay, they're also asking another, what is your outlook and strategy for the upcoming LSS 6 cycle? Yeah, it's asking about your view for the LSS 6.
Okay. So sorry, LSS 6. Sorry.
I think it's the upcoming government plan. Yeah.
I see. The outlook for upcoming LSS 6. So I would say we are practicing still the same. We are working with those like potential investor, engage with them. So in order to participate for this LSS 6. But I would say at this moment for LSS, we are still focusing on the EPCC services. Yeah.
Okay, another question is, with the base electricity tariff rising about like 14% under RP4, what impact do you foresee on your business?
Okay, of course, this the rising of the tariff is just I mentioned is helping the market lah. I think I would say the market will become more potential. There will be more demand from the market, especially for the battery energy storage system. I mean, for solar PV is still to maintain because of I think nowadays the awareness of the market is there. So I would say we're getting this will help us to get more potential customer. Yeah.
Okay. Another question asking for your revenue. Is the revenue of your company sustainable? As the unbilled order book 400 million is only 20% for financial year 25 revenue, which seems low. Do you expect revenue continue to grow in future?
Of course, yes. Just now I mentioned just now, because of we have some few tender is ongoing, more than 500 million. Which we are follow up closely. So and we targeted we were going to be we try to close by this year, I'll say. So with the for this financial year, so this is why what we focusing right now.
We hope to achieve double-digit growth.
Yeah. We hope to
Double-digit
achieve the double-digit
Yeah.
growth. Yes.
Okay, double-digit growth just for your own KPI, your
Yeah.
own target. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. There's another question asking the number of pink form share allocated to chairman, CFO, and GM is relative minimal compared to other IPO. Other directors did not participate in pink form share as well. This seems like a lack of confidence in the company. We would like to share for the reason behind.
So I don't know.
Well, I would say that it's nothing got to do with confidence. This is
Yeah.
up to their own
Yeah.
personal financial abilities
Yeah.
or their own preference on how much they would like to subscribe. Since we don't make it a mandatory in terms of number of shares they would subscribe. So I would strongly believe that it's nothing got to do with confidence in the company.
Yes, pink form still need money to buy
How about your raw material waste? Is this sourced from local?
No, our material is mainly from import from China. Yeah.
Okay. Mainly import from China.
Yeah.
Okay. Another question asking, I think it's asking about your outlook for this industry and your company again.
So I would say we hope
Do-
so for 2026 we have a double-digit growth.
Yeah.
Okay. Just now you also mentioned you will allocate your IPO process 10%, around 10% in your office renovation, right? And it's located on Johor and Sabah, right? Why it's not in other state?
Oh no,
That is expansion.
that is an expansion. We set up for Johor and Sabah. We are expand a new office.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are expanding for new office. For the Johor and also in Sabah as well. So besides that, we also allocate certain budget for our the relocating office in the coming new office. Which is to be operation by the end of this year.
Okay. Is this any reason why you choose to expand in Johor? Why?
Okay.
Like,
So you
yeah.
see, you may see you will because I expand the office in Johor in Muar. Actually, I specify a bit in Muar because actually I've done several projects in Muar already. So and besides that, Muar is a very strategic area for the furniture, because actually Muar is a furniture city. So actually we have done some project in there. So in order to give a better service and after service for our customers, so that's why we set up office there. So in order we hopefully our customer can introduce customer to us. So besides that in Muar, also there's a nearby for the Batu Pahat. So Batu Pahat also have a lot of furniture factory as well. So meaning that we expand there in order we can get our customer closer. So we can expand more business there. Yeah.
Is there any client will come from Singapore?
Singapore, no, so far we don't. So far we don't have any customer from Singapore. Yeah.
Okay. I think tonight we answer all of the question. Okay. Right. Okay. Before we end, Johnson and Jessie, do you have any closing remark for our investor?
Yeah. So thank you for your time and thank you for the interest in JS Solar Holding.
Yeah.
So we hope so to continue support for JS Solar. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. Thank Johnson and then Jessie for your presentation just now. And once again, congratulations on upcoming listing on the ACE market on 23rd of September.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.